Thank you so much, everyone. All right. Thank you again, everyone. And may I now request Professor Thorat to present a bouquet to Madam Sonia Gandhi. Please hand over the bouquet. Professor Thorat to Madam Sonia Gandhi. Thank you so much. And may I now request Professor Thorat to hand over the bouquet to Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge as well. Big round of applause, please. Thank you so much. May I now request Chetan ji to present the bouquet to Thiru T.R. Balu. Mr. Balu, yes. Thank you so much. May I now request Chetan ji to give the bouquet to Sitaram Yachuri ji. Thank you. And may I now request Chetan ji to give the bouquet to Professor Manoj Jha. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Thorat and Mr. Shinde. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the political journey of Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge ji, from a nondescript foot soldier of the Congress party to becoming the president, is an inspiring saga of perseverance, ideological commitment, and drive. It's also a story of his resilience and resolve to ensure that principles of liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice are realized in everything he does. Let's now take a look at this video clip, which beautifully captures the journey of Kharge ji. Will the organizers just cue the video?
एक 26 अक्टूबर 2022, एक सफर जो ब्लॉक कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष के पद से शुरू हुआ था, कांग्रेस पार्टी के सर्वोच्च पद तक पहुंचने में कामयाब हुआ। मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस के 98वें राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष बने। कहते हैं कि राजनीति की राह बहुत पथरीली होती है, लेकिन सोलिल्लादा सरदारा के नाम से मशहूर मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे इस पथरीली राह पर कभी नहीं डगमगाए। सोलिल्लादा सरदारा यानी कभी न हारने वाला लीडर। लगातार 9 विधानसभा चुनाव और 2 लोकसभा चुनाव जीतने वाले मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे को लोग अजात शत्रु भी कहते हैं। एक ऐसा व्यक्ति जिसका कोई दुश्मन नहीं है। बड़ी से बड़ी बात को हंसकर कह देने वाले मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे ने अपनी विचारधारा से कभी समझौता नहीं किया। वो खम ठोक कर गरजते हैं, अपने राजनीतिक प्रतिद्वंदियों से खुलकर लड़ते हैं, लेकिन राजनीतिक शिष्टाचार की सबसे बड़ी मिसाल भी है। मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे का बचपन आसान नहीं था। हैदराबाद मुक्ति संघर्ष के दौरान हुए खौफनाक दंगों में उन्होंने अपने पूरे परिवार को खो दिया था। सिर्फ मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे और उनके पिता उस हिंसा से बच सके थे। उस हादसे के बाद उनके पिता उन्हें बचाकर गुलबर्गा ले गए। उनके पिता एक मिल में मजदूर थे, लेकिन बेटे की परवरिश में पीछे नहीं रहे। उन्होंने न केवल मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे को पढ़ाया लिखाया, बल्कि सामाजिक सरोकारों से भी रूबरू किया। नफरत की आंधी में अपनों को खो चुके मल्लिकार्जुन के मन में किसी के लिए भी नफरत नहीं पनपने दी, बल्कि वो आधार दिया कि बेटे का पूरा जीवन दूसरों की जिंदगी बेहतर बनाने में अर्पित हो गया। मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे छात्र जीवन से ही राजनीति में सक्रिय हो गए थे। कॉलेज में वो छात्र संगठन के महासचिव चुने गए थे। जब वो एमएसके मिल्स कर्मचारी संघ के कानूनी सलाहकार बने, तो एक मजदूर नेता के रूप में भी सक्रिय हो गए और कई मजदूर आंदोलनों के नेतृत्व में रहे। विद्यार्थी जीवन में श्री खड़गे कबड्डी, हॉकी और क्रिकेट के कमाल के खिलाड़ी थे, बल्कि इस दौरान वो राज्य स्तर पर भी हॉकी खेले। 1967 में श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी ने 10 सूत्री कार्यक्रम शुरू किया। 1969 में उन्होंने बैंकों का राष्ट्रीयकरण किया और आगे जाकर महाराजाओं के प्रीवी पर्स भी समाप्त किए। इंदिरा जी की नीतियों से प्रभावित होकर मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे 1969 में कांग्रेस पार्टी में शामिल हो गए और ब्लॉक कांग्रेस के अध्यक्ष बने। वहां से जो सफर शुरू हुआ वो आज भी जारी है। मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे 1972 में गुरमितकल से पहली बार चुनाव लड़े और एमएलए बने। 1973 में वो चुंगी उन्मूलन समिति के अध्यक्ष नियुक्त हुए। उस छोटी सी कमेटी में लोगों ने पहली बार उनकी प्रशासनिक काबिलियत देखी। उन्होंने पहली बार लोकल बॉडीज की अर्थव्यवस्था को रिफॉर्म करने की बात की और चुंगी शुल्क को खत्म कर बेहतर सिस्टम सुझाया। उनकी रिपोर्ट से कर्नाटक में कई जगहों पर चुंगी शुल्क का अंत हुआ। इसके बाद मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे ने कभी मुड़कर नहीं देखा। वो जिस भी डिपार्टमेंट में रहे, जहां भी मंत्री रहे, नए नए आइडिया उनकी पहचान बन गए। शिक्षा राज्य मंत्री बने तो SC/ST टीचरों के बैकलॉग को खत्म करने की नई स्कीम लाए और हजारों SC/ST शिक्षकों को रोजगार दिलवाया। उन्हीं के वक्त में पहली बार SC/ST संचालित स्कूलों को अनुदान देने की शुरुआत हुई। जब श्री खड़गे राजस्व मंत्री बने तो उन्होंने देश में भूमि सुधार का सबसे बड़ा प्रोग्राम चलाया। आमतौर पर भूमि सुधार के फैसले मुकदमों में फंस जाते हैं, लेकिन खड़गे जी की नीतियों के चलते कर्नाटक में कोई केस कोर्ट में नहीं गया। सफल प्रशासनिक नीति का ये एक बहुत बड़ा उदाहरण था। इसी तरह रेवेन्यू मिनिस्टर के तौर पर वो पहली बार नई नीति लाए, जिसे आज की भाषा में सिंगल विंडो क्लियरेंस सिस्टम कहा जाता है। इंडस्ट्रीज मिनिस्टर रहते हुए उन्होंने जो उद्योग नीति लागू की, उसे बाद में कई राज्यों ने अपनाया था। मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे कर्नाटक के एक बेहद सफल गृह मंत्री भी रहे। उन्हीं के कार्यकाल में वीरप्पन की चुनौती खत्म हुई और तेलगी जैसे स्कैम गिरफ्त में आए। खड़गे जी 1983 में कर्नाटक विधानसभा में विपक्ष के उपनेता नियुक्त हुए। 2005 में वो प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी के अध्यक्ष बने। तब हुए पंचायत चुनावों में कांग्रेस ने भाजपा और JDS से अधिक सीटें जीती, जो कर्नाटक के ग्रामीण इलाकों में कांग्रेस के पुनर्जीवित होने का संकेत था। उन्होंने 2009 के लोकसभा चुनाव में गुलबर्गा से अपनी 10वीं चुनावी जीत दर्ज करवाई और भारत सरकार में रेल मंत्री रहते हुए देश भर में कई ट्रेनें शुरू की और श्रम एवं रोजगार मंत्री के रूप में राष्ट्रीय स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना को बढ़ाने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाई। यह योजना देश के सबसे गरीब तबके के लिए कैशलेस और पेपरलेस स्वास्थ्य बीमा योजना थी, जिसका करोड़ों लोगों को लाभ मिला। खड़गे जी को कर्नाटक के विकास के लिए संविधान में एक महत्वपूर्ण संशोधन का भी श्रेय जाता है, जिसके तहत राज्य के 6 जिलों को साल 2013 में अनुच्छेद 371 जे द्वारा विशेष रूप से कल्याण कर्नाटक क्षेत्र में शामिल किया गया था। 2014 में अपना 11वां चुनाव जीतकर श्री खड़गे लोकसभा में नेता प्रतिपक्ष बने और वर्तमान में राज्यसभा में विपक्ष के नेता हैं। 2022 में कांग्रेस पार्टी में अध्यक्ष पद के लिए आंतरिक चुनाव हुए, जहां श्री खड़गे को शानदार जीत के साथ ऑल इंडिया कांग्रेस कमेटी अध्यक्ष चुना गया। आज 82 साल की उम्र में भी श्री मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष की जिम्मेदारी निभाते हुए तानाशाह सरकार और कट्टरपंथियों के खिलाफ लगातार लोकतंत्र की लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं और पर्वत समान खड़े हैं। संघर्ष जिनकी जिंदगी का एक पहलू रहा और हिम्मत दूसरा। महान क्रांतिकारी राम प्रसाद बिस्मिल जी की 2 पंक्तियां खड़गे जी के जीने के अंदाज को बाखूब बयान करती हैं। पलट देते हैं हम मौज हवादिस अपनी जुर्रत से, कि हमने आंधियों में भी चिराग अक्सर जलाए हैं।
So from a humble background to becoming the president of the Congress party is, of course, decades of hard work and commitment, and I'm sure much more is to come for you, sir. We're all hoping you will lead us to even greater heights. Now I call upon Professor Sukhdev Thorat to give the welcome address and also enlighten us with what this book holds.
Good evening to all of you. I welcome all of you for this important function, and I am so happy, and we are so happy that many people have turned out for this particular function. Respected Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji, Shri Mallikarjun Kharge, Sitaram Yechuri, Professor Jha, CTR Balu, Co-Editor Chetan Sande, Srimati Priyanka Gandhi, Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel, Chhattisgarh, Ashok Gehlot, Rajasthan, Sukhvinder Sikku, Himachal Pradesh. Distinguished person, I see many of them here. It will be very difficult to name each of you individually. Person from media, publisher Pranit Rawat from Jaipur, ladies and gentlemen. I heartily welcome you all for launch of the book Mallikarjun Kharge, The Political Engagement with Compassion, Justice and Inclusive Development, to be launched by Srimati Sonia Gandhi. I thank her that she has graced this important occasion. Friend, this book comes as an honor to Mallikarjun Kharge on the occasion of his 80th birthday anniversary and half century of his political life, completed on July 22nd, 2022 last year, as a political leader, social reformer and researcher, educator. Publication was delayed by about a year, partly due to COVID and partly due to translation of articles from Kannada, Marathi, Hindi into English. The book is based on articles and messages from almost 73 persons cutting across political parties and differing ideologies and his friends. It runs into 300 pages with 10 chapters, including an introduction of 54 pages by editor. Lengthy introduction synthesizes the main story which emerged from the articles and disclose less known aspect of his life. It is a fascinating story of a man who emerged as a political leader, social reformer and educator from nowhere to up there as a president of Congress party in 2022, from a president of Gulbarga City Congress 50 years before in 1969. The book gives multiple aspects of his life. It begins with a description of his upbringing of early childhood in poverty, miseries, and caste discrimination, primary education in school under the shade of tea, school and college education which was not immune from discrimination. Like Dr. Ambedkar, he was denied to take a Sanskrit language as a subject in high school. It also presents his early activism as a youth under influence of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar in Gulbarga, participated in agitation for redistribution of land to Dalit, and was put into jail for about a week, and his work for labor in mill in which his father worked. It provides an account of motivation for entry into the Congress in 1969. I discussed with him, and among other considerations, this entry into Congress was due to socialist idea and policies of Jawaharlal Nehru University with basic and key industry, health, education and insurance under the state domain, use of economic planning, which was carried forward, and these ideas were carried forward by Srimati Indira Gandhi with nationalization of bank, withdrawal of privy purses and anti-poverty program. These socialist policies found him most promising for the poor and the marginalized section. There is a lengthy discussion in the book about the contribution as a member of the State Legislative Assembly, Minister in Karnataka and Union Minister from Union Minister, spanning over 5 decades. As a 9-time MLA from 1972 to 2009, for about 37 years, a state minister for about 17 years, holding several portfolios, including labor and employment and railway at the center during 2009 and 19. The book captured the unique strategy of social inclusion and pro-poor development he followed as a minister. In fact, on policy front, he was much ahead of his time in using the inclusive and pro-poor policy, which was much later adopted by the World Bank in early 2000, and in the 11th and 12th plan by Indian government, I think under UPA 1 and 2. It also includes discussion on his remarkable contribution in policy for backward region of 6th district of Kalyan, Karnataka, through a constitutional amendment with insertion of Article 371J in 2030. It discusses also innovative policies of Rashtriya Swasthya Bima Yojana. As a Labour Minister, it was lauded by the World Bank and the International Labour Organization. And policy for transport lauded by International Association of Public Transport in an apex body for international public transport, Brussels, Belgium. This is described in great detail in the book. It highlights his qualities as a people's-oriented, innovative, and compassionate administrator, as written by some of the administrators who worked with him when he was minister. There is equally an insightful discussion in the book as a leader of opposition in Karnataka Legislative Assembly and Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Contributor in this book praise his scholarly role as well as human qualities, as passionately described by several opposition leaders in the book, for giving encouragement to the young members of the parliament irrespective of the party. The book has detailed discussion on the ideological base which made him so compassionate for the poor and the marginalized. Writers after writers have pointed out the foundation of his social and political engagement being shaped by Ambedkarism and Buddhism. He followed Ambedkar's pragmatism to combine policies of economic development with reform of caste-ridden society. He built up one of the largest Buddhist vihara in the country in Gulbarga, carrying message for rebuilding of inequitous caste society towards a goal of equity, freedom and fraternity. And an institute of Pali, Sanskrit and comparative religion, including education society, which run about 18 education institutions. The book captures his role in taking the Congress party forward and reflect on the element of his model of politics, which enable people to express faith in him, to represent them for over half a century, which possibly has an implication for the Congress party. Friends, I will end by saying that it is an insightful account of his life, because I believe that it is based on an honest view of writer which came from their heart and mind. I had read them line by line and synthesized in 54 pages introduction. I feel the views are honest probably because they are expressed much before he was elected as a president of the Congress, almost 1 year before. Nobody visualized him to occupy high position. Only exception was a party colleague, Abhishek Singhvi, who predicted, and I therefore end the remark and this brief introduction with his quote. He says, Kharge's political career had yet to reach a peak. And he goes on to add that Mallikarjun Kharge has conquered diverse peaks, but the best is yet to come. I wish him a sound health to serve the country forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Thorat. And you rightly recounted the entire essence and the spirit of this book. And now I call upon Thiru T.R. Balu to share his thoughts on this momentous occasion. Sir, please. So just watch those steps. Okay. Mr. Balu wants to present a shawl to Mr. Kharge. Can we have a round of applause, please? May I now request Mr. Balu to share his thoughts? Yes. So just watch your steps.
Honorable Sonia Ji, the torchbearer of social justice, Honorable Kharge Ji, the most important personality of the Congress, who is leading the Congress now, in spite of all this tough opposition. Honorable respected HOD, Honorable Professor Jha, respected the editors and the former Union Chairman, UGC Chairman Mr. Thoratji, Mr. Shindeji, galaxy of delegates, former Union Minister, Chief Ministers of various states. Friends, first of all, on behalf of my leader, Dr. M.K. Stalin, and myself on behalf of my party, I thank you all to speak on this occasion. And at the same time, I wish Honorable Kharge ji to achieve all longevity of life, many decades to lead the country, not only as Congress President, but also the would-be success of India Party to a very great success, especially in 2024. On behalf of my leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, the leader of my party, and also the members of my party, I congratulate Honorable Kharge ji to achieve such heights, and also the presidency for the 130 years old Congress Party. He has been in Congress for more than 50 years. Today is a golden jubilee year of his public life. He was 9 times MLA of Karnataka Assembly and 3 times member of Lok Sabha and Lok Sabha in Indian Parliament, and 1 time president of the Karnataka Congress, and now he is holding the Congress presidency of the nation. He has held most important portfolios like railways, labor, and also social justice. In 2022, he has been elected as President of the Indian National Congress. His political experience, administrative capacity, and legislative capability are known for everybody. As Congress President, Kharge ji, facing tough challenges posed by the enemies, and he is successfully contesting everybody with the flying colors. I only say because his maturity in public life and dedication and capacity to handle the opposition is known, and is carrying on with the help of, with the unstinted support of Madam Gandhi ji and Rahul ji. Today we could see with the happiness that near-even era of Congress organizational culture is being nourished under the leadership of Honorable Kharge ji, and this should continue in Indian politics forever. This is possible because of unstinted support of Madam Gandhi ji and also Rahul Gandhi ji, who has sacrificed the Prime Ministership in 1991, and not only 1991, but also in 2004. And also the another gentleman, Rahul Jay, has also not willing to continue as a leader of the Congress, president of the Congress party after the defeat of the Indian National Congress in 2019. Now, with the selfless services of Honorable Madam Gandhiji and Rahulji, this Congress party is holding high position in the minds of Indian public as of now. And this has to be taken care and should be nourished not only up to 2024 and forever. This will make the history that nobody could enter into this Indian politics, no evils should enter into the Indian politics hereafter. Madam Gandhiji once said, the dedication, sincerity with which Khargeji has worked is what made him such a respected, admired and loved figure. He has been driven by one fundamental goal to empower the weakest and most vulnerable sections of our society, to free them from the shackles of the oppression and inequality and improve their lives and opportunities in every possible ways, unquote. And also Rahulji has said, the fierce commitment to social justice shaped his political and public life, and he was instrumental in driving progress, inclusive growth, and also he has transferred the lives of most deprived people in the country, unquote. The visionaries have showered love and affection towards his leader, the who was holding the Golden Jubilee today. And also, I could say, once in a party, if a particular leader who is holding the topmost rank appreciate the junior, that means it's all. Not like everybody can win over the hearts of the public. Even if you win over the hearts of the public, you should have the topmost leader should appreciate him in a correct way, and they should pave the way to the uplift of the particular person. This is most important. So both the leaders have appreciated Khargeji. We also join with the appreciation of both the leaders, and along with you on the gatherings, we will appreciate Khargeji to just carry on his life without fear or favor, and the Congress will be supported by DMK, and also in the coming days, definitely all together, all the 28 parties together, will have to unitedly, concretely, we have to oppose the evils, to drive away the evils from the country, and that is more important for us. Forget about all the differences with us. The differences, if it is crop up amongst the 28, then we will collapse. That is more important for you, and this may be character and carried on by Honorable Khargeji. This is most important for him as a leader of this coalition party, as a India party together. The senior-most leader, Khargeji, should lead this party together without any problems, so that we can win over in 2024 without fail. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Balu. And I'm sure your words will strengthen the Congress party more on this occasion of what you said. And now I call upon Professor Manoj Jha to share his thoughts. Professor Jha.
शुक्रिया बहुत बहुत आदरणीय खरगे साहब, मैम सोनिया गांधी जी, सुखदेव थोराट जी, चेतन शिंदे जी, देन कॉमरेड येचूरी, एंड टू टेक अ लिबर्टी कॉमरेड बालू. Thank you very much. There is a lot to say, but I know we have limited time. I'll begin with my personal experience. खड़गे साहब एलओपी बन के आए. एलओपी बनने से पहले आए, राज्यसभा में एक दिन देखा मेरी सीट के पीछे वाली सीट पे एक सज्जन को मैंने धोती कुर्ते में, और धोती कुर्ते में लोग आजकल कम दिखते हैं, वो पौधी लगभग खत्म हो गई है, तो मैंने उन्हें देखा. और फिर मेरे मन में भी था कि जब ये एलओपी बने तो कैसे मामला होगा. वन थिंग आई मस्ट टेल यू, मेनी ऑफ अस हु स्पीक अबाउट डेमोक्रेसी, in our personal lives we don't practice democracy in our everyday life. So when I went for the first time, वो 10 बजे एक मीटिंग होती है, पौने 10 बजे लीडर ऑफ पार्टी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज की स्ट्रैटेजी की मीटिंग हम लोग कहते हैं उसको. इस व्यक्ति में मैंने एक खास चीज देखी जो मेरे अनुभव में नया था. ही वुड लिसन टू एवरीवन, एक एक व्यक्ति को. आमतौर पे मैंने एक परिपाटी देखी थी कि लोग अपनी बात रख देंगे, अब पंचों की राय अपनी जगह, खूंटा यही गड़ेगा. दिस इज समथिंग आई फाउंड फंडामेंटली डिफरेंट इन खरगे साहब. Second, when I started reading about his life much before this book came, and I must tell you about this book, many people have shared their experience, their ideas about Kharge ji, including Ma'am Sonia ji. But one thing which is common thread about everyone is his commitment to justice, equality, freedom, idea of freedom, and these are not merely academic commitment. It emanates from lived reality, from his experience of last 5 decades. 5 दशक बहुत बड़े होते हैं, और अगर मैं सच कहूं खड़गे साहब, तो आपकी जिंदगी की यात्रा और हमारे गणतंत्र की यात्रा काफी हद तक समानांतर है. It's parallel lives. I'll translate that, Balu sir. Almost it's a story of parallel lives between your journey and the journey of our republic. जो कष्ट हमारी रिपब्लिक में है, कुछ कष्ट आपको व्यक्तिगत भी हुए. I have hardly seen, कुछ उदाहरण मेरे समक्ष यहीं मंच पे हैं, जब आपकी जिंदगी का एक बड़ा हिस्सा लुट जाए, मौत के घाट उतार दिया जाए, उसमें बिटरनेस को अपने अंदर ना आने देना, ये सबके बूते की बात नहीं है. लोग छोटे नुकसान में नफरत की दुकान, नफरत का बाजार लेके बैठ जाते हैं. आपने तो बहुत नुकसान सह कर भी मोहब्बत की बातें आप करते रहे. Whatever I am saying today, I am speaking as someone who has worked with him in last 3.5-4 years, one who has watched him as a politician much before I started personally interacting, and also I convey the message from my president Laluji and Deputy CM Bihar Tejaswi ji. They know I'm here, so they also wanted me to share something on their behalf. Their goodwill and their idea or commitment with India Alliance. सर एक चीज और कहना चाहूंगा जो मैंने इस किताब में कई दफा देखी, गौतम बुद्ध का जिक्र. मैंने इस पर काम नहीं किया. एक दिन जयराम सर से मेरी बात हो रही थी लाइट ऑफ एशिया के दौरान. 2 पॉलिटिशियंस ने बुद्धा को बहुत करीब से देखा, महसूस किया. बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर हम सब जानते हैं, लेकिन जवाहरलाल नेहरू ने, मैं कोट नहीं करना चाहूंगा, मैं लेके आया था, मैं कोट नहीं करूंगा, उन्होंने कंपैशन के एलिमेंट को सेंटर स्टेज किया. अंबेडकर ने इमेंसिपेशन के कॉन्सेप्ट को सेंटर स्टेज किया, और आप दोनों के बीच में पुल बना रहे हैं, कंपैशन एंड इमेंसिपेशन. मैं समझता हूं कि ये आज के वक्त की भी बहुत बड़ी आवश्यकता है कि कंपैशन और इमेंसिपेशन के बीच बुद्धा के माध्यम से अंबेडकरवादी सोच और नेहरूवियन थॉट के बीच में भी एक रिश्ता प्रगाढ़ होना चाहिए और वो रिश्ता आपके रहते रहते ही होगा। हम में से अधिकांश लोग गाना गाते रहे, बोल के लब आजाद हैं तेरे, बोल जुबान अब तक तेरी है। आपने तो इसको जिया है। मैं जानता हूं एक और चीज, एक दिन कोई सर के सामने, खरगे सर के सामने इनकी बहुत तारीफ कर रहा था, तो इन्होंने कहा आगे बढ़ो आगे बढ़ो। तो मैं, चूंकि अकेजन ये नहीं था, तो मैं फिर भी एक चीज कहूंगा, और वो चीज इसलिए मेरे लिए महत्वपूर्ण हो जाती है। What makes him very special? आप इनको देख के लगता होगा 80-82 साल के एक सज्जन हैं। सदन में जब ये खड़े होते हैं तो विपक्ष को बड़ी ताकत मिलती है, और आज के दिन में विपक्ष को ताकत की बहुत जरूरत है। यहां बहुत गणमान्य सज्जन हैं जिन सबको मैं देख पा रहा हूं हसरत भरी निगाहों से, क्योंकि 3 दिसंबर भी बहुत दूर नहीं है। लेकिन मैं एक बात कह करके, अभिषेक मनु सिंघवी जी ने लिखा है इसमें कि देयर इज नो कल्मिनेशन येट। आई कैन वाउच फॉर इट सर। कल्मिनेशन बहुत खूबसूरत होगा, बहुत ऊंचा होगा, देश के लिए, आपके लिए, हम जैसों के लिए, और इस सभागार में बैठे जितने लोग हैं उनके लिए। एंड आई मस्ट फिनिश दिस फॉर यू फ्रॉम नेहरू। बार बार नेहरू का जिक्र कर रहा हूं, और मैं ये भी कहना चाहता हूं कि नेहरू कॉपी लेफ्ट है इस देश के, किसी का कॉपी राइट नहीं है, तो कॉपी लेफ्ट है। The distant mountains seem easy of access and climbing. The top beckons, but as one approaches, difficulties appear. And the higher one goes, the more laborious becomes the journey, and the summit recedes into the clouds. I wish you all the best. Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
थैंक यू प्रोफेसर झा। योर ओन इनिमिटेबल स्टाइल, और आपके बारे में लोग यही बोलते हैं कि जब प्रोफेसर झा बोलते हैं तो वो सबकी बोलती बंद कर देते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच। नाउ आई कॉल अपॉन सीताराम येचुरी जी टू शेयर हिज थॉट्स। सर प्लीज।
Madam, respected Madam Sonia Gandhi, Congress President Shri Mallikarjun Kharge, Shri T.R. Balu ji, colleague Manoj Jha ji, and my associate since my days in JNU and University, Sukhdev Thorat, and Mr. Shinde, and many eminent personalities I see here, and seeing them after a long time. So, with due respects to all of you, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak on this occasion, marking the 80th anniversary of Kharge Sahab and also 50 years of his political life. But actually, I think 50 years of his political life is a misnomer, because it's 50 years of electoral politics that he's coming to. He was elected 50 years ago, first time. He's been in politics much earlier before that, because I was a student in Hyderabad and part of the same Nizam, Hyderabad, Karnataka, and that we've been through on childhood. We heard a lot of these stories about the atrocities that were committed by the Razakars, and later खरगे साहब ने हमको बताया था। आपने तो कहा कि मनोज झा साहब बोलने के बाद सबकी बोलती बंद हो जाती है, और अब आप हमें उसके बाद ही बुलाए आप। तो आप वहाँ पर बहुत अत्याचारों के बारे में सुनते थे, रज़ाकारों के, लेकिन एक दिन खरगे साहब के खुद स्वयं उनके मुंह से सुना मैं ये उनकी वो जो गुजरा उनके साथ, जब वो इत्तेफाक से उनके पिताजी के कंधों पर बैठ के वो मार्केट पे जाते कुछ चीज़ें खरीदने के लिए, वापस जब लौटते पूरा का पूरा गांव जला दिया गया रज़ाकार के हाथ से, कोई नहीं बचा। अब एक उस समय बच्चा मतलब अगर जब ये देखेगा अपने खुद की आंखों से, जिंदगी भर ये नफरत भरी होनी चाहिए उनकी। लेकिन सबसे बड़ा मैं समझता हूँ क्वालिटी जो खरगे साहब के अंदर है कि नफरत की नामो निशा उनके ज़िंदगी और उनके काम में नहीं है। और ये हम समझते हैं कि बहुत बड़ी एक व्यवहारिक एक बहुत बड़ी व्यवहारिक उपलब्धि है। और वो तभी आता है व्हेन यू हैव ए स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ कैरेक्टर, and it is the strength of character which I think is a hallmark in politics. There are many in politics, but what distinguishes people? Baba Sahib Ambedkar had once said that it is sincerity combined with intellect. That is what marks a great leader. Yes, of course, both are extremely important, sincerity and intellect, in order to choose the right path. But at the same time, I think that one more quality is essential to be a good leader, and that is credibility. Credibility जो है आपकी बहुत ही important एक quality होती है एक नेता के अंदर। अभी हाल में चुनाव हुए, कल को पोलिंग है तेलंगाना में, बहुत ज़बरदस्त खींचातानी हुई हमारे बीच में कि कितनी सीट मिलेंगे नहीं मिलेंगे, क्या होगा, एडजस्टमेंट होगा, इंडिया बन गया, हम लोगों के साथ सीट शेयरिंग नहीं हो रही है। जब भी वो कुछ बात मानते हैं हमारे से, अब वो नहीं होता, तो इंसान मतलब विद द ऑनेस्टी ही वुड कम एंड से दिस आर द रीजंस व्हाई दिस कैन नॉट बी डन। नो क्वेश्चन ऑफ एनी बिट्रेयल। दैट इज क्रेडिबिलिटी। That is credibility, that you explain the difficulties that all of us have, all the parties have. So you explain the difficulties, but as somebody who is able to muster that courage to admit that yes, these are the difficulties, I can't do what I said I would do. That I think is the greatest quality in a leader. And that intellect that Baba Sahib Ambedkar was talking about, I think it's a combination, जैसे मनोज साहब ने भी कहा था, कुछ जिक्र एक और शख्स है जिसकी बात और उनके ख्याल जो है हम समझते हैं कि उनकी ज़िंदगी पे बहुत बड़ा असर पड़ा, और वो है बसवन्ना का। सो इज बुद्धा, बसवन्ना, अंबेडकर एंड नेहरू, दैट एक्चुअली सम्स अप द क्वार्टेट ऑफ प्रॉब्ली हिज influence on him, and that is what brings in this entire question of humanism, of a human quality. When you're talking of Ambedkar, all of us know that the speech with which he commended the draft constitution for adoption. When he was placing the draft constitution for adoption, the speech that he gave, I think in today's conditions and in today's India, we all need to go back and reread that speech for the dangers that he warned about. And we are living through those dangers today. And the dangers that he warned about, and amongst which one particular danger he warned about was that, I'm not quoting verbatim because I'm just quoting from memory, was that he said that we have created a political structure where we have given one man, one vote. I mean, today you can say human being, but in the...
One man, one vote, one value.
No, I'll come to that later. First, it's don't again jump the gun, credibility. He said, we've given one man, one vote, but we have not given one man, one value. The socio-economic contradictions that exist in our country do not permit us this luxury of giving one person, one vote. But unless we at the earliest eradicate this socio-economic conditions in our country, this entire political structure that we have built so laboriously will be blown asunder. And it is that socio-economic inequalities, and which is what Kharge Sahib has always been arguing or espousing in his life, was that question of equality. That equality that runs through Buddha, Basavanna, Ambedkar and Nehru. It is that equality that needs to be ensured, and I think that unless we do that, ये नफरत और हिंसा की माहौल आज जो बढ़ते जा रहा है, ये बेइंसानियत की माहौल जो बढ़ते जा रहा है, what I'd say, it is a dehumanization of the society that is taking place in India today. And this is something that's unacceptable. Not only the attacks on the minorities, 49 assaults on women in India every 1 hour. Is this, अभी ये इंसानियत की बात है? And this sort of a degeneration in our society, this dehumanization that is happening, unless that is fought, I don't think all the values that Kharge Sahab spent in achieving what he achieved in his 50 years of his electoral politics, 9 times MLA, 5 times minister in the state, twice minister in the center, 3 times in the parliament. I mean, 50 years, if you count the years, it's more than 50 years actually, which will happen. But all that would be of no meaning unless we retrieve that atmosphere back in our country. इसलिए एक याद आ रहा हिस्सा आपके से कि एक बार इलाहाबाद में रघुपति सहाय करके एक फिराक गोरखपुरी हुआ करते थे। वो अंग्रेज़ी पढ़ाते थे, मशहूर शायर थे उर्दू में, और असली नाम उनका रघुपति सहाय था। उन्होंने नाम लिया फिराक गोरखपुरी। शेर व शायरी हो रही थी इलाहाबाद में एक दिन, उनके फंक्शंस जो होते हैं नॉर्मल वहाँ पे, लेकिन माहौल जो था वो माहौल था एक कौमी नफ़रत का, एक सांप्रदायिक ध्रुवीकरण की गहराई पर वो पहुंच चुकी थी। वो नफ़रत का माहौल था। उस नफ़रत के बारे में फिराक साहब को देख के वो शेर व शायरी के ऑर्गेनाइजर ने कहा, आप तो आए हैं तो एक शेर तो पढ़ के सुनाना ही आप। तो उन्होंने, वो शेर व शायरी का माहौल होता है हुस्न और इश्क के बारे में ज़्यादातर, तब उन्होंने एक शेर पढ़ा, एक शेर कहा, मतलब उन्होंने सिर्फ वही एक शेर कहा, हासिल ओ हुस्न, हासिल ओ हुस्न ए इश्क, बस इतना, आदमी आदमी को पहचाने। ये इंसानियत की बात, ये आदमी आदमी को पहचाने, ना कोई मज़हब है आपकी, ना कोई जात है आपकी, ना कोई पात है आपकी, आदमी आदमी को पहचानना, वो माहौल हमें वापस लाना। और ये माहौल हमें अगर वापस लाना है तो खरगे साहब आपकी बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है। आपको बधाई देते हुए आपको हम आग्रह कर रहे हैं, ये जिम्मेदारी भी आप पूरा करिएगा। सबसे बड़ी आज के विपक्षी पार्टी के नेता हैं आप, और सबको जोड़कर ले जाने की स्वभाव है आपकी। तो आज आप इसको और आगे ले जाएं, ताकि जिस मकसद से कई महीनों से हम लोग सब मिलकर प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि जुड़ेगा भारत, जीतेगा इंडिया, और ये खरगे साहब आपको हम सबके साथ मिलकर हमें सबको आगे ले जाना है कि अगर भारत नहीं बचेगा, ना आप और हम, ना हमारी पार्टियां, ना हम इंसान बच पाएंगे। अब ये बहुत बड़ा हमारे लिए ये जिम्मेदारी है। हम उम्मीद ही नहीं कर रहे हैं, आपको बेस्ट विशेस भी दे रहे हैं कि इस काम में आप कामयाबी हासिल कर पाएँ। और ये उम्मीद मैं ही नहीं, मेरी पार्टी ही नहीं, लेकिन पूरा मुल्क कर रहा है। और आपको चाहते हैं कि हम सब मिलजुल कर चलें, और जुड़ेगा भारत और जीतेगा इंडिया। जय हिंद।
Thank you so much, Mr. Yachuri. And people thought that India Alliance is not being talked about, but today I really got a very encouraging glimpse of what India Alliance is going to be. And what Mr. Yachuri said, of course, will turn out to be true. The entire nation is looking forward towards the politics with a humane approach. Thank you so much, Mr. Yachuri. And may I now request the chief guest of the evening, Madam Sonia Gandhi, to please unveil the book titled Mallikarjun Kharge, Political Engagement with Compassion, Justice and Inclusive Development. And may I request the other guests also to join Madam Sonia in unveiling the book. Congratulations, and a big round of applause, please. It's a great moment today. And may I now request everyone to be seated in the audience? Yes. Now, this book is divided into 8 sections with separate themes for the convenience of the readers. Contributions in this volume are from politicians cutting across the party lines. Interestingly, the articles and the messages were received from the Congress Party before the Congress party elected Mr. Kharge as the Congress president. And I'm quoting one line which I think everyone has repeated, and I once again repeat what Mr. Singhvi wrote in the book, that Mr. Kharge has conquered diverse peaks, and there's no doubt that the best is yet to come. May I now call upon Madam Sonia to share her thoughts on this occasion. Thank you, Madam.
I was told brief remarks, so mine will be brief. Okay. Shri Mallikarjun Kharge ji, Shri Sitaram Yachuri ji, Shri T.R. Balu ji, Professor Manoj Jha, Professor Sukhdev Thorat, Shri Chetan Shinde, Srimati Radha Bhai Kharge ji, friends, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, 50 years is a long period in politics. Shri Mallikarjun Kharge didn't just survive its unpredictable course, he continued to rise higher and higher throughout his political career. Not once did Kharge ji compromise on his ideology. Not once did he drift away from the cause of the poor. Not once did he compromise on dignity and conduct to win political battles. That is why today Kharge ji stands tall as the Congress President of the Indian National Congress. His illustrious life and work exemplifies the values that the founders and architects of modern India espoused. Embodying the indomitable Indian spirit, he has overcome multiple adversities in his long journey. Leading by example, he symbolizes the belief that no matter who you are or where you come from, you can rise to ever greater height in the service of the nation. That is and will continue to be an inspiration to millions of Indians drawn to be in public service. When India became independent, as you all know, we were one of the poorest nations in the world. Literacy was 16%. Over 80% were poor. And we had almost no industrial base to speak of. But we grew collectively, marching shoulder to shoulder under the leadership of the Congress Party, overcoming massive obstacles. That was because of the party's long experience in the freedom struggle, its sacrifice, its ideology, and its indomitable spirit. This was the party which has shaped Kharge ji. Faced with communalism and discrimination at a tender age, he consciously chose to be secular and liberal. Faced with poverty and discrimination, he courageously embraced compassion towards all beings. This is what drove him consciously to choose to work for the public good, to empower the weakest and most vulnerable section of our society, to free them from the shackles and hurdles he himself had known closely at first hand. Kharge ji has served with distinction in every responsibility he has shouldered at the block, district, state, and national level. And in all of these, he has always placed the party organization above his personal interest. No matter how high or low the status of his colleagues, Kharge is always consensual and collaborative. To me, personally, Kharge has been a wise companion and a pillar of strength. He has shared many of my burdens with stoic courage, unwavering kindness, and sharp wit. Today, he helms the Congress Party at a crucial juncture. Those in power, unhinged from constitutional and institutional values, are subverting or demolishing all those institutions, systems, and principles by which India has thrived since our independence. As a strong organizational leader who enjoys our confidence, Shri Mallikarjun Kharge is best suited to lead the Congress Party in this historic battle for India's soul. In this, he has my steadfast support and that of the Congress Party. So, thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words. And truly, Kharge has a huge responsibility and is thoroughly suited to lead in this historic battle for India's soul. Now I call upon the man of the moment, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, to share his thoughts.
This is a very happy and emotional event for me. I entered the Karnataka Vidhan Sabha as MLA in 1972. I completed 50 years in electoral politics last year. This book was supposed to be released last year, but due to various reasons, it kept getting delayed, and we have gathered here today for its release with my leader, Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji. I would like to thank Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji for having taken the time to release this book. When the authors sought her appointment and time for releasing the book, she was magnanimous enough to tell them that she will make time whenever they want to release the book. It is a privilege that the book is being released by Sonia Gandhi ji, and I would like to thank Madam for it. I would like to thank Professor Sukhdev Thorat and Sri Chetan Shinde for their hard work and efforts in putting together this book. They took this initiative of preparing this book and wanted to release it to coincide with my 80th birthday and 50th year of mine winning my first election. They have taken a lot of efforts in meeting many senior leaders, getting in touch with friends, well-wishers, and people who have known me for the last 50 years in politics to collect their articles. They have spent many hours each time they have come to Delhi to record my views. I would like to thank them for respect, love, and affection they have shown towards me through this book. I would also like to thank all the people who have written about me in this book, everybody who was requested for the authors to contribute, and article has been kind enough to send their messages. I am deeply touched by the message from all of you. Many of you are here with me. I would like to thank all of you for taking the time to attend this program. What I have been able to contribute to the people of my constituency, my state, and my country. It is because of the faith shown in me by the voters and by my party leaders. When I was chosen to contest the MLA elections by Congress party, I was only 29 years old. The Congress party recognized that I was someone who would fight the rights of the poor, labor class, Dalits, and other weaker sections, the marginalized sections of the society. That is why they gave me the opportunity. I was given an opportunity to serve as minister in my very first term as MLA by Srimati Indira Gandhi ji, as she too recognized that I could serve the state better, so she gave me first time the portfolio independently of education. From being an ordinary party worker, I could reach this position. It is because of democracy and the constitution that protects this democracy. Without this constitution, there would not be a democracy in our country. Without democracy, there would be no opportunity for ordinary people to gain political and social rights in our country. As you can see from the book, leaders from all parties have written very warm message for me. Even if I do not agree with them politically and ideologically on a personal basis, I wish them all well too. But I also cannot ignore that today both the Constitution and our parliamentary democracy are in danger in our country. It is because the people who are in power are those who do not believe in our Constitution, our flag, our parliamentary democracy of government. They have said they are waiting for the right time to change all these things and bring their own constitution. I have seen many challenges to the country over the last 50 years. The country has tried to address those challenges and will continue to overcome new challenges. To emerge stronger, it will happen only when we are able to sort out our differences and come together boldly. I would like to conclude by expressing my deepest and most sincere gratitude to all of you, and especially my leader, Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji. Thank you. Jai Hind. Thank you for all.
Thank you, Mr. Kharge. And there's a feeling that there is a hero born at the age of 80 years in the Congress party, and many more feats of heroism are yet to be seen. Thank you so much, and congratulations, Mr. Kharge, once again. And I would like to request all the guests here on the platform to just stand up and for a photo op with the new book. With the book, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. And May I now request Mr. Chetan Shinde to give the vote of thanks.
नमस्कार। आज कांग्रेस के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आदरणीय श्री मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी के सामाजिक तथा राजकीय जीवन पर आधारित इस किताब के विमोचन समारोह में उपस्थित प्रत्येक व्यक्ति के प्रति मैं संपादक मंडल की ओर से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। इस किताब के विमोचन के लिए कांग्रेस संसदीय दल की चेयरपर्सन आदरणीय श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी के प्रति मैं विशेष आभार व्यक्त करता हूं, जिन्होंने अपना कीमती समय निकालकर इस समारोह में हिस्सा लिया। आपकी गरिमामयी उपस्थिति ने इस अवसर पर अद्वितीय सम्मान प्रदान किया है। हम आपके विशेष आभारी हैं। चुनावी राजनीति के 50 वर्ष के उपलक्ष्य में इस अभिनंदन खंड के विमोचन पर कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष श्री मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी की उपस्थिति के लिए उनके प्रति आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। संपादक मंडल की ओर से मैं डीएमके के नेता सांसद श्री टीआर बालू जी, आरजेडी के नेता सांसद श्री मनोज कुमार झा जी, सीपीआईएम के जनरल सेक्रेटरी श्री सीताराम येचुरी जी का संपादकीय मंडल की ओर से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। इस किताब के सभी योगदानकर्ताओं को विशेष धन्यवाद। उनके आलेख ने इस किताब को एक बहुआयामी स्वरूप प्रदान किया है। इस विशेष समारोह में उपस्थित कांग्रेस की नेता आदरणीय प्रियंका गांधी जी, राजस्थान के मुख्यमंत्री श्री अशोक गहलोत जी, छत्तीसगढ़ के मुख्यमंत्री श्री भूपेश बघेल जी, हिमाचल के मुख्यमंत्री श्री सुखविंदर सिंह सुक्खू जी, राधाभाई खड़गे जी और उपस्थित सभी गणमान्य अतिथि, बुद्धिजीवी और कांग्रेस पार्टी के सभी नेतागण का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। जवाहर भवन के प्रबंधक और प्रिंट एवं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया के सभी पत्रकार साथियों को विशेष धन्यवाद देता हूं। इस किताब को प्रकाशित करने के लिए रावत पब्लिकेशन के प्रणीत रावत जी को धन्यवाद। किताब को प्रकाशित करने में सहायता करने वाले सभी साथियों को संपादक मंडल की ओर से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। आप सभी मान्यवर उपस्थित रहे, इसलिए आप सबके प्रति संपादक मंडल की ओर से धन्यवाद देता हूं। जय हिंद।
Thank you, Mr. Shinde, and once again, heartiest congratulations on the book launch. And we all wish many more books like these for Mr. Kharge, for he still has to do lots and lots for India. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And this brings us to the end of the program, and I would like to request all the guests to join us for a high tea. Thank you.
Thank you.